Welcome to the first of 2 short videos demonstrating how to do an effective literature search. This video will show you how to determine your keywords and how to combine them effectively. To determine your keywords, the best place to start is with the question you're trying to answer. You'll need to pick out the main topics within the question. For example, when considering this question, the 3 distinctive topics are approaches, because that's what we've been asked to discuss, childhood, because that is the demographic of the question, and obesity, as that's the condition. We now need to think of as many different ways of saying each of these terms as we can. The easiest way to do this is with a keyword panel, like this one, with a column for each topic. Put each synonym or alternative term below the original topic. You can add as many rows as you need to. Next, we're going to look at certain symbols we can use within a database to tell it to do specific things. If you add an asterisk at the beginning or end of a word, you ask it to find any variations of that word. To look for a phrase rather than a single word, put quotation marks around the phrase. If you replace a letter with a hash symbol, you ask it to find any alternate spellings. Different databases may use different symbols, so check the help section of the database you're using to find out which symbols to use. If we apply these rules to our keywords, we'll end up with something like this. So, if we put an asterisk at the end of interven, then we'd find results containing intervene, intervened, intervening, intervention. If we replace the A in the English spelling of paediatric with a hash symbol, we'd find results containing either the English or American spelling, as A is the letter missing from the latter. We'd need to put quotation marks around body mass index, as it's a phrase, and we could also add the acronym BMI as well, because some authors may have used the abbreviation rather than the full phrase. The next thing to consider is how we should combine these keywords when we're inputting them into the database. When using a database, remember that if you separate synonyms with the word or, you'll be asking it to find any of these words. So or is for more. When you combine keywords with the word and, you will only find results which contain all of those terms. So and will limit the number of results you get. It is sometimes helpful to add these into your keyword panel so that you know exactly how you're going to input them into the database. For example, and would separate each of the topics and or would separate each of the alternative terms. For the next steps on literature searching, including how to input your search terms into the database, please see the additional video on this page.